Well, the Bills, they have a good team, but do they have enough to get the job done?
Let's talk football.
All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the All Around Sports Podcast. Sports are everything on this channel. I'm your host, Antonio. Today, we're talking about the Buffalo Bills. After being clinched as the 2 seed, they lost to the Patriots, but of course, ruining their chances of the number 1 overall pick. So I bet Buffalo Bill fans are very happy about that. But the main issue that has been glaring over the Bills for years has been able to get past some teams, primarily Cincinnati and Kansas City. But the question is, do the Bills have a chance to get to a Super Bowl, and who are some of the teams that are standing in their way? So I'm going to talk about this here in just a second. Before we get started, if you all do enjoy this video, please be sure to do me a favor and smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. But also, before we get started, I want to send my prayers out to Los Angeles. I know the Rams are there, and I do not like the Rams because they're a thorn in my team's side. But recently, wildfires have broken out in the area. Of course, you got the fire over the sign of the Hollywood area. But I want to send my prayers out to the entire area because this is just a bad situation. You got Florida currently getting on fire, which I don't even know how that's possible. You got so many places on fire right now, primarily in Los Angeles because they have a playoff game there on Monday. They got the Rams and the Vikings, which might get delayed because of this. And I'm hoping it doesn't, but if it does, it would be a really big setback. And I want to send my prayers out to every single person in Los Angeles, to the Los Angeles Lakers, the Los Angeles Clippers, the Los Angeles Rams, and every single LA team in the area. Because, and also along with every single person in LA, because this fire is something that has been very dramatic and very heartbreaking as of recent years. And also apparently this year, because it's in LA right now. So we want to send our prayers out to the city of Los Angeles. Pray that the people in there are okay. Pray that the evacuations are done in time if it is needed for evacuation. But I'm going to send my prayers out to the city of Los Angeles and pray that everyone in there is okay. But now, of course, to the topic. Sorry, I wanted to give my prayers out to Los Angeles because no one deserves to get hurt. Nobody. But, anyways, I believe the Bills have a chance to get to a Super Bowl, but we all know this. There's only 2 teams in their way. I was going to say 1, but I realized 2. One is the Ravens. Let's just say the Bills win their first game against the Denver Broncos, which I think is very highly possible. Then they would have to face either, depending on what happens, they would either have to face the Ravens or the Steelers, pretty much, if the Chargers do end up winning their game against Houston. So I think the Ravens could be one of those teams that are threatening them. We already saw on Sunday night in the early part of the season, the Ravens were at home in this game, so of course it would be on the road in that circumstance. This would be a very big situation because we already saw the Bills get bum rushed by the Ravens in that game. But of course, if that happens, this would be a very big situation. So I think the Ravens would be one of those teams to look out for. But we all know the second team, which is the Bills' worst nightmare. Which is, of course, the Kansas City Chiefs, the team that they can never appear to beat when it comes playoff time. This team, I do believe, has a chance to beat Kansas City. But if this team meets up with them, I would say right now, I don't think they would because of recent history. Because the Bills, the one team in their path has been the Kansas City Chiefs, and then also along with Cincinnati, but they don't have to worry about them. But this team needs to beat Kansas City. If they are going to shut up the haters, if they're going to shut up all these people that are hating on Josh Allen, he has got to go into Kansas City and beat them. Because this is a guy that has not been able to get it done. He's not been able to get the job done against Kansas City. There's only been two quarterbacks to beat Patrick Mahomes: Tom Brady and Joe Burrow. Those are the only two. If Josh Allen wants to put his name into those quarterbacks that has beaten him, he needs to show up in that game. Because ultimately, he's not going to have to face him until the AFC Championship, which they might be eliminated from that point then. Depends on what happens if which LA Chargers team shows up. But this team needs to beat Kansas City. I know they've already done it in the regular season, but they need to do it come playoff time. Because if you don't, you're going to constantly look at this of your roadblock, which is the Kansas City Chiefs, as is to every team, talking especially to the San Francisco 49ers. But other than that, the Bills need to get past Kansas City. The Chiefs are the ultimate roadblock. If they're going to have a chance to represent the AFC in this year's Super Bowl, they have to get through Kansas City and Baltimore. I believe both of those things could happen, but if they meet Kansas City, I would take Kansas City over the Bills. But we'll, of course, wait and see what happens. Put in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think the Bills have enough to get to a Super Bowl? And also, what team do you think stands in their way? Is it the Chiefs? Is it the Ravens? Or is it another team that I did not mention? Let me know who and why in the comment section below. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to do me a favor and smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Till next time, I'll see you all in the next one. Ciao for now.